Hi, it's me again, Caroline from Caroline Rothwell Therapy. What I'd like to talk about today is when childhood emotional neglect follows you into adulthood. Now, one of the most painful things about childhood emotional neglect is that many adults don't initially realise it happened, because emotional neglect is often about what was missing emotionally rather than what visibly happened. Now, many people grow up believing that their childhood was fine. They may have had food on the table, routine, a home, parents who worked hard, but emotionally they may never have felt truly seen, emotionally understood, emotionally comforted, emotionally safe, or emotionally connected. An emotionally neglected child can quietly shape adult emotional well-being in profound ways. Now, children need more than physical care. They also need emotional responsiveness and validation and comfort and encouragement from a parent or a caregiver, so they can feel safe, and actually that promotes a safe emotional attachment with another adult. And when these emotional experiences are missing consistently, children adapt psychologically quite quickly. Some become hyper independent, some suppress emotion, some begin to become highly anxious about rejection, some people are people pleasers, some emotionally disconnect themselves entirely from other people, and many adults who experienced emotional neglect struggle to identify their own emotional needs because nobody's taught them emotional awareness safely and how to do it safely. They may feel guilty asking for support. They may minimise their own emotional pain. Some feel emotionally unsafe in close relationships because of it, and others constantly seek reassurance because emotional security never felt stable growing up. So often people then blame themselves for these emotional struggles without understanding really where the patterns are developing and psychologically where it's coming from. And what makes emotional neglect particularly difficult is that it often leaves people feeling emotionally alone without obvious visible trauma. So many adults invalidate their own pain, but emotional absence during childhood matters on a deep level. Therapy can help people begin to understand these emotional patterns compassionately, not to endlessly blame parents, that's not what it's about, but to recognise how early emotional experiences shape nervous system responses, emotional regulation, attachment patterns, self-worth and adult relationships, because often people spend years believing that there is something fundamentally wrong with them, when actually many of their emotional patterns developed as a survival strategy within the emotional environment they were in when they were children, and the needs that didn't get met. So if any of that rings a bell with you, you know where I am. It's crothwelltherapy.com. Jump on the website, and under the booking tab you can scroll down and fill in the short form, and I'll get back to you in 24 hours and we can have a chat and see if it might be worth, discussing how you're feeling, if this is you. So if it is, hope to hear from you soon. Thank you for your time as always, and have a good day. Thank you. Bye.